Cherney may be back in the good books of some Rangers fans after his brace in the 2-0 win against St Johnstone. However, for the fans that are still not happy with Cherney, he wants them to get off his back. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Cherney got a brace against St Johnstone, and fair play to him. Decent goals, took them well. He was the difference maker. He's not been good for about a month now, 6 weeks, but he showed couple of moments of good stuff in that St Johnstone game. He has got quality. Maybe he just doesn't show it all the time, but he proved that he can be a difference maker. He can be a game winner in that match. But since then, he's came out and he's asked the Rangers boo boys to realise that he just wants the best for the club. He's trying hard for the club, and he wants the Rangers fans to give him a break. He wants them to cut him some slack. He wants them to get off his back. Now, before the St Johnstone game, Cherney actually went and deactivated his Instagram due to some of the abuse he was getting. And I don't even think it was like really bad abuse. I think it was just people not happy with his performances, people criticising his performances, which I think you should be entitled to do. If you're going to go out and give somebody unnecessary hate or death threats, then that's completely different. But if someone's not playing well and you criticise them and you don't go too far and you don't make it too personal, then for me, that's just something that as a footballer you need to deal with. We see these ads come out and they're like, oh, stop the harassment. No, but if Cherney misses that sitter against Leon and someone says to him, you're fucking shite, like, he doesn't really have a leg to stand on. I mean, he missed an absolute sitter. He's playing at a big club in Rangers. He's getting paid a lot of money to play for Rangers. I think that's just part and parcel of being a footballer, man. If you're getting paid big money, it's like any other job where it's an important job. It's a high-risk job. You look at McDonald's, and if you mess up a burger, it doesn't really matter. You're on minimum wage. They can just make they can make another burger. Whereas you get jobs like, let's say if you're a heart surgeon, then you need to be on the top of your game. You can't afford to make mistakes. Now, I'm not saying football is like that. Obviously, you don't live or die, but football's still very important. You know, fans love it. Scoring can be the difference between making your club winners, making your club rich, and not making your club rich. So, you know, it's a high-risk job in that sense. There's a lot of responsibility, and therefore, if you're not performing well, if you're making mistakes, then I think that you're going to come under pressure. You're going to come under heavy criticism. But Cherney doesn't want that. He wants everybody to get off his back, and that kind of tells me that he still doesn't realise the size of the club he's at. He thinks that scoring 2 goals against St Johnstone somehow gets the Rangers fans off his back. That doesn't make up for the 4-1 defeat in Leon, or against Leon, when he was terrible and he missed a sitter. That doesn't make up for getting absolutely outclassed by Celtic in the first Old Firm game of the season. And it doesn't make up for being 5 points behind not only Celtic but Aberdeen. So yeah, he got a brace. Yeah, he had a couple of good moments in that game, but the fans ain't going to just pretend that everything's great and everything's all rosy and sunshine just because they beat the worst team in the league, St Johnstone, by 2-0. So to me, that just tells you that Cherney, he still doesn't understand where he is if he believes that what he done against St Johnstone on Sunday night is going to make up for everything that has happened so far this season. But he did come out, he spoke about it, he's hoping to wipe the slate clean as he heads away now for a 2-week international break before the match against Kilmarnock, and he just basically wants the fans to leave him alone. He said, quote, "The supporters have all the rights, but from my point of view, it should be to support. I feel I speak for everyone when I say we all want to give our best every single time. Sometimes I don't think they realise that. It's been tough for someone like me, who is willing to give my all, and sometimes I show it too much. I made a bad reaction, but it was because I want to help the team as much as I can. That's just me. I want to do the best I can every time. Once you guys get to know me a bit better, you will see that. I always demand the best from me, and 2 chances I've missed were big ones, and I know that. But it's in the past." End of quote. But again, is it it's not in the past because it's recent stuff, and Rangers fans are going to remember that. They're going to remember the bad start to the season because we're still, at the start of the season. He came out and he says that the supporters have all the rights, but he followed that up straight away by saying, but from my point of view, it should be to support. So he says that the supporters have all the rights, but in his opinion, he believes the only right they should have is to support. So it's almost like he's saying at the beginning, the supporters have the rights to say whatever they want, but they should only say what they want if they're going to support me, which is just not how football works or any sports works. So, I don't really get that. And then towards the end of his statement, he was saying, I want to do the best I can every time. Once you guys get to know me a little bit better, you will see that. Again, that's almost like him blaming the fans. It's like, you guys are booing me right now, but you're wrong. Wait a little bit. Wait until you get to see the real me, and then you'll understand how much I want to win and this. So he's kind of blaming the fans there for, basically for not knowing the person he is. It doesn't matter. See, at the end of the day, whether he wants to win more than any other player in the league. And remember, we had Todd Cantwell come out and say that he was more hungry and that he wanted to win more trophies than Callum McGregor. Then he literally left Rangers like 3 months later. So, talk is cheap. But even if this guy, let's say he does. Let's say Cherney wants to win more than anybody else. Let's say he's got passion more than anybody else in this league. He's got this winning mentality more than anybody else. That's great, but you're not winning. You're third in the league. You just got humped off Leon. You're missing sitters. Even if he has got like the greatest winning mentality and winning means everything to him, he's still missing chances. He's still playing poor. That's not going to be enough. Fans can appreciate somebody that works hard and somebody that wants to win, but at the end of the day, if you're not playing well, you've not got the quality. Like Scott Wright, Scott Wright was a guy that, always gave 100%, always tried to win, but at the end of the day, people just didn't really take to Scott Wright. They always criticised Scott Wright because he was crap. He just didn't have the quality. So, it doesn't really matter how good Cherney is or how much he wants to win. He's not winning. He's struggling. He's not playing well. Rangers are struggling. Rangers are not playing well. So, that's irrelevant. But, yeah, he wants the fans to lay off him. We'll see if he reactivates his Instagram account. Maybe he will over the international break. But, 1 minute he's like, fans can say whatever they want, but basically only if they're going to say something positive. So, if he only wants people to say positive things about him, then he's probably in the wrong sport, because there's not a footballer alive that probably has not had negative stuff said about them. I don't care how good you are. Even the Ronaldos and the Messis of this world, when they have missed, and it's not often they do, but they will face, the wrathy fans when they miss in big games. So it is what it is. Managers, players, referees, everybody. You make a mistake, you do something wrong, and you come under pressure. Cherney needs to understand that, man. Or like I said, go get a low pressure job where your mistakes or your performances don't really matter. So it is what it is, guys. But that's it. Cherney, he wants the Rangers fans to back off. He wants them to give him a chance. And yeah, we'll see if he reactivates his Instagram account over the winter break. But who knows? Maybe he'll come back better for the winter break. We'll have to wait and see. That's it, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.